And fall in, my fellow scout troopers, and welcome to a Napoleon Total War 3 4v4 battle replay today at Italy 1-A. Nearly said 3v3 there. We have Richard the Lionheart who sent me the replay. His allies today are Guy, Corruptmaster 88, and DT Chaslock 19. Their opponents today is the walrus himself, Johnny LeBuffin, along with Monsieur Granoli, Don, and Jakku. The points on the map today are 2 4-pointers and 3 1-pointers for a grand total of 11 points on the battlefield today. We have Osmali, and that means Cav. Lots of it. So going through the factions here of the blue team, we have Richard's army here, UK, España, Portugal. We have Osmali, Prussia, and over here, UK, Portugal as the final ally faction. Their opponents today appear to be 3 French armies along with 1 Russian force. Now, the blue team has most of the points in their territory. The 6-pointers, I think you can safely say, is in their sphere of deployment, which actually brings the red team towards them. They don't have to branch out too far. They can actually set themselves up, dig in, and wait for the French to come to them and try and force them out, if that's possible. There are good factions here on both sides. The terrain here, lots of little hills, makes things a bit more challenging for artillery, but if the artillery is set up here, well, and the enemy's around on this ridge, then that's fine. Now, what is actually going the red team's way is a slightly more elevated hill here, which could fire into all the coalition forces coming down the valley there. The trees also make it a bit more tricky for cav fights. Obviously, the ideal spot to have a cav fight would be in this area, where the cav from both sides have the biggest room to maneuver. Otherwise, over here, you're just sort of crisscrossing between trees, and that will slow down your cav, no doubt. If you're trying to get away, your enemy will catch you. Alright guys, the cav fight has begun. France actually walked these guys up. They were facing off against each other for about, 4 or 5 minutes. And they've all charged in. So France was confident in his approach. It's it's a toss of the coin, this one. Center fights have just started. Okay, España here has lost their right flank in the cav fight. We've got more reinforcements coming in from Osmali. You might try and reinforce España. In the event this other French cav unit comes back searching for more. Oh no, he's turned around, he's changed course, and he's charged into the rear here. There's some French dragoons, it would seem.
Our men are running for it.
Okay, España's lost 2 cav. That's got to be the most inefficient uniform I've seen on any soldier. Who wears flaps to add air resistance? It looks like they're about to fly. Well, his mind's getting crushed. France has won it. They sort of drip-fed the reinforcements as the battle progressed. They had the quality, and the units had the morale to hang in there that little bit longer to outlast their enemies. And with the loss of their cav, España is a little bit vulnerable here, which is probably why we're seeing Prussia move to where he's moving. He's sort of keeping his cavalry in the center of the coalition force in the rear in the event that the Imperials come at them from any way direction. That force can move over there to reinforce that area and protect the rear of that line. So what I mean by that is, if the Imperials attack over here, the cav will come this way to defend them. If the enemy cav comes from this direction here, obviously the cav will redeploy and try and push them away there. And in the event they come after the center, well, at least they've got some cav forces to bolster the infantry, but they could end up killing their own infantry. That's another thing, guys. A lot of players seem to not understand that you can actually kill your own troops by rear charging them to get to where you want to attack, or to target the infantry or the cavalry unit. If you select them to charge and they charge into your own troops, chances are you could kill them. You might end up breaking your own line. So just be careful. Don't charge into the rear here into the rear of your own units. That goes for cav as well. I've killed a couple of friendlies in my day, and so hard lessons learnt. Spania is putting a squarable on his left flank. Where's the next squarable? Yep, evenly spaced, roughly throughout the line. Lots of squares in the center. He's reinforced the center. It's locked down. Cav ain't getting through there. Now, I'm not too sure what Spania's doing here. His formation's sort of crisscrossed. You'd think that España will want to move up the hill just a little bit to the point where if they try to put artillery on the crest of this hill, the infantry would just shoot them to oblivion. Them falling away like this or ceding ground sort of encourages France to bring up their artillery, and then they can shoot straight down with impunity into the Spanish forces beneath them. Even if the España retreats, the artillery has a great line of sight for a long way off. It's in Spania's best interest to make sure... Oh, that's lucky. Where's that at? Oh, on the other side here, so Russia just lost their general. UK, Portugal sniped him. Very nice. Now, I think he was able to do that because I saw a unit to the north, a lone blue unit, just trying to sneak around unnoticed. Looks like he was successful. Monsieur Grenoble lost his gen there. This cav will move to make sure this unit doesn't come back, because it will come back if Russia doesn't deal with it. Okay, Russia's lost a bit of their artillery now as well. I don't know why Portugal divided his army, but it looks like he's seeking to reconnect it. So, you know, good for him. Prussia needs to get their artillery here on the hill, and that's exactly where he's heading for. Very nice. It gives them some cover, and some cover is better than no cover. They'll be able to put pressure on the enemy artillery, as the artillery is putting pressure on all their forces in this little death valley here. Bowl of death. Okay, Portugal set up their arty. It's got some serious range on it. That's for sure. Well, Portugal's right flank is waiting for their left. That is good to know. Although the downside with long-range artillery is it doesn't really have the best accuracy. If you want accuracy and as well as range combined, then you're looking at over 2,000 coin just for the artillery piece alone. And if you lose it, then you might have just really screwed yourself, for lack of a better word. So if you're going to bring expensive artillery, make sure you can protect it. So a little bit of skirmishing going on there, nothing too serious. Out of all the factions to protect the town, they let Osmali, or chose Osmali to do it. Maybe it's because he has long range forces and the city would force him into a bottleneck. Maybe that would suit their style of fighting, I guess, is why they chose him. Not a good place for your reinforcements, dude. This is a magnet for artillery. If France does get a good volley, I'd imagine he's scramble and get these guys spread out as fast as humanly possible. Prussia's moving up, but España is not choosing to move with him just yet. But if the coalition wants to secure that town, then obviously, yeah, Prussia and España need to move up. It would make France think twice about entering it in full force, because Osmali will be attacking front on, and then obviously Prussia and España, if they break through the Imperial's right flank, they can wrap around, attack him from the side and the rear, and just catch him in a crossfire. Alright, they've revealed themselves. They're going after the artillery, actually. Alright. They did that, now they're trying to get out of there. No, it was this cab that killed the general. I thought it was that cab before. This cab broke through the Russian right flank. I don't know, it doesn't look like these guys are running. Maybe they are. This is as fast as they can run.
We've killed their general, sir.
Alright,
they
now
must
to the battle.
break.
Alright, battle's getting underway here, everyone. Got the skirmishers here. The atodores. They've started firing. You know, Portugal's marching up, and I thought the Russians were going to go straight at him before, but then they just kept walking out of formation. And Portugal still has cav. Portugal bought a lot of cav today. Okay, Portugal's left flank is now fully engaged. The right flank is sweeping and is going to march straight onto the left flank of the Russian line. Russia just has one unit out here to face off against 6. Other cavs moving up, but as we all know, UK Portugal, pretty much every single unit, with the exception of a very few, can form square. It seems like Russia was really counting on his artillery. He had to have dropped because this is a massacre. No one does this. At least not without firing 1 or 2 volleys first. The street fight is beginning. Any time, Osmali. There you go. These 2 units are going to try and fire through the gaps. Get the drop on these 2 guys. We're trying to outflank the Osmani line over here. Spain also has a few units over here to help out Osmali. Osmali, that's good. He needs the help. French forces are already trying to wrap around him. Osmali seems to be surrendering the town. Almost. They're going to take the 4-pointer. That's weird. Why would Osmani just bayonet charge these guys? He's vastly outnumbered if he does. French cav coming in. Osmani doesn't really have too many squarables. France figured the odds were on his side. Still didn't break the unit though. I really thought he was going to break them easy. France tried to charge the line again. Didn't work. Osmali had to have got a few shots off into their cav for them to break like that. Osmali proven themselves to be pretty good shots. There's still a bit of room for the artillery to hit them with. Prussia's redeploying behind the town here, and the Spaniard might be attacking France outside the town alone, well, city town. They're seemingly headed straight towards the artillery. Well, maybe they took it out. At least took out one of them. Okay, France is coming through the trees here. There's some Prussian grenadiers when you need them. They're we're trying to follow up this line before the Prussian reinforcements get here. See, Osmani's not falling back. He has to fall back. Prussian cab moving in. Okay, Osmani has successfully retreated and Prussia stepping up to the plate. I wonder what Spain's going to do. Aside from converging on the top of the hill here, what else is his plan? And the real question is, when does he decide to make his move? Prussia is exposing himself here. If I'm the artillery, I'd be wanting to fire on the Prussian line, but given Spain has sent up the infantry, does France have any troops out here to defend it? And if they are horse artillery, he can get them out of there in a hurry. He can save them from the UK forces. And it's slow going out there. France's targets can only be the big town hall or firing down the street here towards the Prussian forces. Okay, I got a bit of howitzer fire there. What do you reckon? Does France have a chance here? Post your thoughts in the comment section below. If they can get into Osmani's ranks, if they can destroy Osmani, they do level the playing field somewhat. These units are close enough for canister. Couple of crew members going down. Not going down that fast though. Jeez, this artillery's taking an eternity to load. How long does it take to load some 6-pounders? That first gun is losing men very fast. Yep, that's canister. Almost the whole row went down there.
Sir, our general is under attack.
Really? Yep, France just charged him. He's yelling to Prussia for help. Probably won't get there in time. Units down to 5. General's still alive. Now there's Prussia escort him in the hopes that the general comes back. Things just became a whole lot harder here for the Lionheart. France has a high ground. Both sides taking casualties. France has the general, España does not. Even with the slow reload time, it's enough to keep the UK España at bay. Prussia should put some more men in that house, or Osmani should put some more troops in that house. They're 30 short. Now, is it UK Portugal to the rescue, I wonder? France is pressing Prussia here. Question is why? They've got the city in their possession. The force that they're attacking the Prussians with is half the size, literally. At this range, most units are pretty much on even playing field when it comes to accuracy. Prussia's reload speed is much faster than that of France's. Prussia might be doing that concentrating technique where you got one or two units here focusing on one in the attempt to just sort of deplete it and break it faster, then move on to the next, on to the next, and on to the next. France charging.
Our men are running, sir.
They broke a couple of units there. Espana's force is damaged, but mostly intact. France is coming for him. Very brave to charge a known squirrable unit there, France.
Our men are running, sir.
I'm glad it paid off for you. Well, Prussia has some... these guys flying pike, like what are they up to? Caviar might be moving to charge in the French infantry over here. There was the best opportunity for a decent charge.
Our men are running, sir.
France broke one of the units. Russia trying to use them as human shields to getting closer to the enemy. Cav's exhausted. Don't know if I would have done that. The Cav's already fought the battle of its life. Need some time to rest before you just throw them into the fray again. UK, Portugal, slowly moving in. He's taking his time here. France could have slipped through the gap here and bayonet charge these units. I know the artillery's there, but it's only just delimbered. He had time. France is coming in at him again. It's 2-on-1 here. We got a lot of Prussian cav coming up. Seeing that coming at you, charging at you, you just want to throw up your hands and say, "Yep, okay, I surrender." But he pulled back. Morale of both sides is being tested to the extreme. Let's get a bird's eye view and see how the battle's going here. Prussia and Spain are regrouping towards the town hall. Osmali's holding his position here. He doesn't need to advance, and he's holding off France nicely. The combined forces of UK Spain on his right, and especially with the presence of UK Portugal, does appear to be swaying the battle in their favour, at least along the north side of the. I want to call it the town or the village. I'm not exactly sure. I'll call it the village or the town. Seems to be winning them the north side. They're pushing them further out. Well, the artillery just destroyed a building. I think that Osmani destroyed that building. Yeah, France has to retreat. He cannot hold here. UK is surrounding him. Did they break? Well, they had enough. Yeah, they broke. Now that is on the verge of breaking, and so is this one. This mate's going to charge in. And they bulldozed them. Now they're heading for the other three. They've tasted success and they want more. They broke 2 out of 3, and there's the third. You got the trifecta. Now he's just trying to get some extra kills there. Spain is stepping up his game. He's going back in for more. Prussia is holding his right. Moving up in sync with each other. Very important. Long line of forces. France is hoping to repeat their earlier success against him. Prussia's presence will complicate things. Most of the French forces inside the town has been beaten. They're going to move and come out of the town behind the French line there. France is looking to charge in vain to stop him. But, well, they just said, nope, we're out of here. Jeez, France is firing. Yeah, talk about danger close. Portugal is definitely playing the cleanup role in this battle. Russia acted as the muscle, as Mali the scouting force, and UK España played the frontline dog soldier, getting down and dirty. Yep, coalition here has taken the field. Now they're just rounding up the last of the French forces. So I think it's safe to actually just fast forward it to the end from here. This is just prolonging the inevitable. France is committing all their forces to battle. That's good to see, they're not going to drag this out. They haven't killed the general just yet. Looks like he survived. And I think that's it, guys. The battle is over. And there we go. I'll put up the results table now. Well done to Richard Lionheart and his team on their victory today. Now, we'll look at the kill counts here of Richard Lionheart's force here. His kills range from 147, 2 units getting over 100 kills there. The rest ranging from 69 all the way down to zip. You can get to use these as artillery. That's a bit unfortunate. Still, well done. It was a bit unfortunate that the Russian player dropped. I wasn't sure if he dropped before or after his general died. France did make it seem like it was going to be a close one when they killed España's general and threw them back when they tried to summit the hill the first time. With Prussia's help, they managed to succeed the second attempt. That was a half-off victory there for the Richards team. And so well done to the French team for putting up a fight despite the loss of their player earlier. This is Micka from Scouts Entertainment signing off. Goodbye, my fellow Scout Troopers. Catch you all in the next Total War battle.